show day, the Beer League Society. We bring the hype. Crack a cold one, ignite the night. Hey! The Beer League Society podcast. We're live.
Howdy ho!
Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, how's it going?
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Happy
Nice.
Wednesday.
There we go. A little who day.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Little hoot day.
Oh man, we got
A little who
All-
day.
all three of us are on the bourbon train tonight.
On the bourbon
Oh.
train.
Oh yeah.
So I'm drinking breakfast whiskey, which I don't know if it's healthy to call it breakfast whiskey, but because I don't think anybody really should be having bourbon for breakfast, but
Says who.
bourbon says who, right? Bourbon and maple
We can
barrels.
do what we want.
Finished in maple barrels. That's my kind of bourbon. So hats
There you
off
go.
to you for the idea there.
Finished
Quite
in
good.
maple.
that sounds delicious.
Yeah. It actually
Do you get
got,
Do you get a little bit of maple?
Smell
in there? Yeah,
You smell it.
because
Yeah, good.
that's how I make my smoked old fashions. With instead of simple, I use the real Canadian maple. So
Nice.
none of that like fructose corn syrup. You know,
Right.
Mrs.
The
Butterworth.
maple syrup
crap.
with the high or is it high viscosity or low viscosity? The stuff
No,
that just
the-
kind of pours out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, low
If it's-
viscosity. Yeah.
If it's is it? You said it's Canadian maple. Is it? Do you
Yeah.
just barely touch the bottle and it tips over enough, or
Right.
what's
Yeah.
just
Well-
a double touch of the maple bottle?
We are still in the Olympic Games window, so I guess we can do our flip it over to the.
I don't know if that's like a heart hand over heart thing, but I'll take
Hey.
it.
No,
I'll take it.
that's an NBC thing.
Right.
Which they've already alerted me on YouTube that we've used that without permission, much like everything that we do. But
Jeez.
Nice.
Come
Better
on,
to ask for
it's
forgiveness than permission.
the
I
Olympics.
guess.
It's universal.
dude, we get.
Right.
I mean, like I mean, we
Pretty
got
strict on
memes. We got memes every time. I like to do the musical outro and the memes, and we get flagged for that every time. Like it doesn't really
Crazy.
matter. Nothing really happens. Just yeah.
Do we get pushed down in the ranking? Like in our
I'm sure it
giant
impacts like reach, but
rankings? Right.
If we're already down at the bottom, we can't go any further
Right.
down.
How much further can you really go at this point? What's the damage?
Can't go
I
anywhere.
don't, I don't know. There's
can't pull
some
over.
other
He's
pods
already
out that
pulled
are,
over.
that are not getting the giant viewership that we are. They're getting like 2 viewers. So we're getting like
Yeah.
10.
Right. Yeah.
Hey,
So
I guarantee we appreciate our 4 more than most people appreciate whatever theirs is.
that's right.
Right.
That's right. Exactly.
Oh man.
Very cool.
But yeah, so
Well,
we got
let's talk
Olympic
Olympics, right?
Games. Yeah, so Cody already alluded to it. We've got massive levels of controversy sweeping across the Olympic Village right now. Just complete and utter chaos. I think probably my favorite part about it is that they've dubbed it Boopgate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I thought you were talking about just the STDs, but I didn't know. You
Well,
were
there's
talking
that
about
too.
Boopgate.
Yeah, did you see that
But
article?
that's
they
every
ran
Olympics.
out they ran out of condoms like in the first
Yes.
week or something
Was
like
it
that.
50,000 condoms?
Yeah,
or something
50,000
like that?
condoms. Yeah, and they ran out of it.
I remember
Jesus
they had that issue with Russia too. Like they had
Yeah.
the Olympic Village was just one big massive like orgy basically.
Right, yeah.
Boopgate and a whole nother
Yeah,
context.
Right.
There's some booping going on for sure. Yeah,
Boops be booping.
Right.
that's one thing I guess we can all be
Very
sure of is
athletic
there's gonna be some booping going on in the Olympic Village. But no, yeah, I guess I didn't know. Like, every year we talk about curling's such a cool sport, and every year I dip my toes further and further into watching it. But yeah, like this kind of like launched it into like perfect view right now. I didn't know. Like, first of all, apparently even in the Olympics, it's still very gentlemanly officiated. Like they have referees, but like
But a lot of it's like the honor roll kind of thing.
yeah. So I think part of this stems from. So yeah, I guess to set the table, if you've been living under a curling rock for the last
A stone.
yeah curling stone
nicely
for
played.
yeah. You see what I did there? Yeah, if you've been living under a curling stone for the last week, apparently Team Canada got called out. I think by like Sweden or something like that.
Sweden,
for,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, for like double touching the stone, like basically releasing it and then touching it, but again after they've released it, and like they like called them out while mic'd up, and there was like this profanity laden exchange between the
Very un-Canadian.
very un-Canadian, yeah. Completely like I was so taken back. I was like, I thought Canada was supposed to be the gentlemanly ones.
They were from Toronto, not Quebec.
Right, yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I got a friend who lives in Toronto, and he would probably resent that. But
I'm sure that he would. I was grossly
he's also one of the nicest.
Generalizing for all my Canadian
for
friends
sure.
out there.
But yeah, so
There you go.
yeah, I mean, there's evidence out there. It's very clear, but like I think the things that are causing it to be controversial is that the rules are very like Canadianly written rules. Like, you know, they define things, but like don't really define it. You know, like I guess it's double touching is not
unequivocally no booping. You can't boop it.
You can't double boop it. You can boop it. You can't double boop
double boop it. Yeah.
And Jim is providing some TMI.
He likes being double.
I like being double touched. Nice.
Man, the double
Going
entendre
south already. And we just started.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We just started this podcast, and already we're talking about booping in the Olympic Village and double touching.
Right. In the first 10 minutes of the podcast, we've already gotten dinged for copyright infringement. We've talked about orgies. We've talked about double booping.
Drinking whiskey for breakfast. I mean, like, what else?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We're checking off all of them. But no, that is so here's an interesting thing. Is it just me, or have we been getting an unhealthy or maybe healthy dose of curling on the TVs?
Oh, they're definitely trying to push that.
My wife would agree with you. I can't get enough. She has had enough
I'm
of
obsessed. We love
I
it.
am too.
We love it. It's been great.
I mean,
it's been a good
let's
show.
be real here. Like, you got ice hockey, you've got figure skating. What else really kind of is there to watch? Other, you know, like the thing about curling that I didn't realize is it takes forever to get through that event in general.
Right.
You know, so like curling is going to go wire to wire for the entire Olympics. So, you know, if you have that many events there, yeah, you might as well push it for sure.
It's always going to be on. Right.
It's always going to be on. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
I personally am a big fan of the biathlon.
Dude, I've never watched a biathlon. I watched it with Hudson the other day. I'm like, dude, this is kind of crazy. Like, these people are basically
crazy.
like doing like marathon style like running and then shooting essentially a bottle cap like 50 yards away with like a 22.
yeah.
Like-
while you're like gasping for air.
Right, while you're like just trying not to just die from
Oh my God.
your lungs
Just-
collapsing.
The Olympics is just a general reminder to me about how old I am and about how far away I am from peak physical condition compared to like, I mean, I never in a million years was I ever sniffing at anything in the universe of Olympic, you know, athleticism, but it's a very stark reminder that like I get winded going up the stairs now, and these guys are like keeping a pace. Like the cross country skiers are keeping a pace that I couldn't even run a mile in, going uphill
They're doing
on
5 to 6 minute miles uphill.
uphill
On skis.
on skis. That's brutal, man.
It's
Absolutely brutal.
absolutely mind-boggling how if anybody out there who has ever tried cross country skiing, It is in pure
Why?
insanity.
Yeah.
Right, and the fact that these people do it, like you just see the pain. Like they cross the finish line, and it's just like part of their soul left their body.
We talked about it
It's
on
wild.
on the podcast last week too. I feel like the Nordics are basically born into that
Yeah.
sport. Like,
I
Dominant.
heard you guys talking about that. That's
yeah,
right.
Dominant.
like basically
Unreal.
as soon as you are able to walk, the first thing they do is drop you in a snowy field somewhere and tell you to work your way back home. And if you make it,
Right.
you get inducted into the family. Otherwise, you're
Or
You're
speed
out.
skating too. Like just dominating speed skating.
Impressive. Although you know, I've got my dose of Logan Paul now. I'm good.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
Is he-
enough.
Good.
I've not seen him. Is he like been? What's he on?
He's engaged to Belgian?
She's from the Netherlands, but she broke the
Yeah.
world record or the Olympic
Got
record.
it. So he's there
Yeah.
and they're showing.
He's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
He's
And
supporting
he's like-
her.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he's like into it. He's like sobbing and like
He's
really
yeah.
excited.
Well, she's crying. Her mascara is running down her
Yeah,
face.
she. But of course, we were watching that. Jones like, girl, could you not get? You're literally skating on ice. Do you not
Waterproof?
get
Yeah.
waterproof mascara? Like,
Right.
What?
Right.
What is this?
Right. The
Oh, yeah,
minute she
she's-
started crying, it was just like someone like painted her face
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it
with
looked
a
like that.
with a wet paintbrush.
that's the worst.
Yeah,
I
right.
hate
Funny.
that look too. Like like
It's like the Emperor's New
running
Groove,
mascara.
just like the black mascara down the
Right.
eyes or whatever.
Right.
it's like very horror
No,
film.
She
Like
did it up
anytime
for
you
that
see
one because she had a feeling that she was going to break the record. So she dialed it up for sure.
That's probably like knowing them too. That was probably part of like the whole the setup, like the whole PR. Like
everything
approach.
is planned.
Everything
Yeah.
is planned.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, she did break the Olympic record, so it's
Right.
not like there's not like
It's not
so
like
much
she-
you can
she's-
like prep
She
that.
is darn good. Yeah.
Like, yeah, for sure.
Sure.
So
But
yeah,
it was crazy.
that was good.
Let's get
yeah, it was
we can
good.
get a quick check on the medal count here. I guess we can pull that up.
Yeah, let's see
but
the medal count.
as suspected, Norway just
oh
yes.
yeah, up
fucking
there.
running away.
Norris.
Netherlands
Waters.
at 5.
Yeah, I was about to say
I'm
that's
actually
your
shocked the Netherlands aren't higher.
Yeah.
It's both halves of me are number one and number two. I'm half
Well, there you
Norwegian,
go.
half Italian. It's perfect.
There
Well,
you go.
here-
you go.
Well,
we can-
according to Lean Green, the Italian women's curling team needs a bikini calendar.
Yeah, I threw that one up there. Here's where I am.
Watching them in curling is quite the event because I they're very loud and boisterous, so it's quite fun to watch.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Andy?
Oh, I was saying if you want to go to my, we covered it a little bit. If you want to go to my
Latvia,
ha-
yeah, there you go.
a whopping 2, yeah.
But hey, but you guys were doing good in men's bobsled and doubles. You were doing
Yeah.
good there for a little
They
bit.
do good in bobsled. Kazakhstan somehow, I guess in this particular table they give rankings higher weight to gold medals. I think it's like a total weight count for this ranking. But
that's from the American Borkin on freestyle figure skating.
yeah, right, yeah, Ilya,
Malini, whatever his name?
yeah,
Oh,
Malinin,
biffed it.
yeah,
the
and gave
the
Kazakhstan their first medal. Yeah,
Isn't that where Borat's from?
yeah.
Kazakhstan?
We'll just leave that there.
No, we can talk about Borat. all you want.
Kazakhstan's freaking huge, by the way.
It is
I don't know if he it's massive. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think like it's like a total weight. So they're ranked
Well,
above
yeah, I would
with their
imagine that
one
gold
with their
would-
one gold. They're ranked above the silver and the bronze for Latvia, and Latvia is respectable in hockey, in men's hockey. So
Yeah.
they I think
Yeah.
they lost, but
Wait,
they
We didn't
They're
we
respectable.
play them first?
yeah, we played them first, and I think it was like close for like a
Wait,
period
what?
or two.
Latvia, Sweden, and then Germany or something like that? Is that who
Yeah.
all the men's?
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
they won earlier today in overtime to get through in the semis, so they're through. Canada got through
Nice.
also in overtime. Crosby got hurt.
So ooh, interesting.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Sid the Kid. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what's gonna
he
be
got
the-
hurt.
How bad? I didn't get to see it.
he's got to have imaging done in Cortina, and
Ooh, that's not good.
Cooper, the coach, said that he's got nothing to report yet because he legitimately does not know. So normally
On what, his
they,
knee?
I didn't get a good look at what it was, but he's getting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's 38 now, something like that.
Yeah.
What's going to be the final? Do we think? What's the prediction?
Oh, it should be
USA Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I didn't know if there was any dark horses in the race there.
I mean, we've
Are the
blown it
Russians
before,
competitive this year?
so
I mean, it could be yeah, we could very easily blow it, but I mean, like, what? I gotta look at this. I gotta look at the.
I think it's a lot of the again Switzerland, Sweden, like a lot of the,
Finland. Yeah.
Finland, right? Exactly. I think Finland's probably a dark horse a little bit.
I mean, it's down to the final 4: Canada, Finland, USA, Slovakia. So the Slovakia is always kind of that one for me. That was the one I was thinking of. They're the ones for me that always kind of like sneak around. They've got good players. I mean, like Hossa was on that team for many, many years, but they've got a myriad of players. It's kind of like those ones like you never can tell if they're Russian or Slovakian.
Yeah,
You know, like so like when you start to realize that all
Blonde
those guys
hair,
that you
pale.
you thought all those guys that were Russian were actually Slovakian, like, oh, Slovakia actually has a pretty decent team.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Brazil got
interesting.
its first gold medal in
Yeah,
Winter
I see that,
Olympics in the men's giant
Giant
slalom.
Yeah,
Giant
I
slalom.
watched that one. That was good. That was cool.
Is that the one where literally the entire pack wiped out and he was the only one that didn't fall and they got
Awesome.
that's how they got their first gold?
That's the best. That's the best way to win.
I think you're right. I think that's true.
It was literally the entire pack wiped out in front of them because they were like fighting for position and he was in the back and just
Oh no, it's giant slalom, so they weren't. I don't think they were going at the same
what
time.
was that?
No,
I
they were going
can't remember what
one by
that
one.
was.
Well, did you see the? Okay, so what? If speaking of giant slalom, did you see the Frenchman like friggin' straddle the one of the flags?
Or slalom skiing.
Oh yeah, we got nailed in the junk.
He racked himself on one of the
Is that the one
of
that
the
screamed?
yeah.
Yeah, he screamed.
You
Oh
hear-
my god, the
you
scream
hear
was so.
his life force leaving his body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
That
brutal.
looked bad, man. Oh,
Yeah.
I felt.
I don't know
so
if they
horrible for
doctored.
him.
I don't know if they doctored that sound or whatever. Like they had either that or
The
they
second sound was bad.
like the mic
The
had to have
first
been
sound
really
was
close.
a screech. The second sound was debatable on whether that
Yeah.
was pumped in or
Right.
not.
Yeah.
So
Crosby has a right leg. That's all they're saying right now.
has a right leg. I love those nice ones.
Yeah. The hockey. Like even in the Olympics,
the
the hockey injury
Still
designations
keep
are
vague. Yeah.
the best.
Interesting. Well, I went to over the weekend. I went and saw a Wolves game. It was my first Chicago Wolves game. It was a good
Nice.
show, man.
They
were
put on a
playing,
great show.
We put on a great show. We played the Colorado Eagles, and they were down 2-0 in the first, came back and won in the last two. Man, that intro was awesome. I brought my 10-year-old
Yeah, they got
there,
the-
and she
They got the
she had a
flames
blast.
and all the
yeah,
fireworks.
the flames, and it kickstarted
Yeah, so
my
they-
heart. Was the
Yeah,
intro.
yeah. They do.
was-
They roll out this like archway that's like a wolf, and then
Wolf
they
with,
have
like glowing eyes.
with glowing eyes, and then they have these two arms on the side that are like the arms with the claws of the wolf, and it shoots fire and flames out of it, and then they have like crackers hanging from the big screen, and they got the mascot comes out and shoots fucking what do you call those bottle rockets out of his
Roman
out of his-
candles.
Roman candles.
out of
Yeah, he
his
shoots
hands.
Roman candles out of his
they've
hands.
got
That sounds like a bananas game.
I was
It's kinda
impressed. They
like
had,
it.
like M80s going off, like the
It was loud.
like the boomers.
It's loud.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
those white hot ones that are in the fireworks shows that are just you see it first and then you hear the sound. They
Yeah.
had like a ton of those going off, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
Dang.
They did a great job. They put on a good
We,
show. Played really good hockey. It was really enjoyable. It was nice to be back ringside for it's been a long time.
We just went too, and it happened to be. I'll throw this. I'll throw this up on the screen share. Happened to be Star Wars night a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
We got that's my youngest with the mask on, or my oldest, sorry, with the mask on.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Nice,
We had
nice.
Wizards Day, so it was Harry Potter stuff.
Whoa,
Still,
sorry.
it was still
There
pretty
you
cool.
You're a
go.
wizard.
Look at all my.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You had Harry Potter night.
Yeah. It was all
Oh, that's
Wizards
funny.
Day.
They're just going through. They're going through all the
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
the big ones.
So,
Nice.
but I didn't think it would keep my daughter's attention. She's like, oh, Dad's like baseball. I'm like, no, it's hockey. What are you talking about? This is awesome. You're gonna love it. And she absolutely loved it. So
That's cool.
great for the ADHD crowd. So
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
yeah,
Can
man, I love good
confirm.
hockey match, man. That's awesome. Yeah,
Well-
they did a good job. Now I got to go see the Ice Hogs and go watch our
the
real
Hog-
feeder team, right?
So then the Rockford Ice Hogs, another Chicago area team in the same league, they're affiliated with the Blackhawks. I'll say this: I haven't been in a few years, but better on ice product, and obviously like something that means more because if you're a fan of the Blackhawks, more closely
Right.
connected, you get to see the future of the Hawks, which looks great by the way too. So you get to see some good quality hockey down there, but I don't think the production quality was quite.
Yeah, it's not good.
Nor is their barn. Their barn's not nearly as good as the
Yeah.
arena and in Allstate there.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
For sure.
That is one thing that's good about the Ghost Pirates, the Savannah Ghost Pirates, because they have big production, all that stuff.
Besides the logo, which is freaking awesome.
but their logo's amazing, right? But they're
Yeah.
an ECHL team, so they're for
Yeah,
they're for the
ECH dude,
Golden Knights.
It's good hockey.
it's
No, yeah,
great
it's
hockey.
great
ECH,
hockey.
yeah, like all the minor leagues. The thing with hockey, I find that what I love so much is like there's the speed of the game, and so like when you hit 18 years old, you're basically like peak, like I don't know, not caffeine, but like peak adrenaline. That's the word I was looking for. And
Just
and like
natural energy.
just and you have so much natural energy, and you get put
jacked
on
up on adrenaline and hormones.
exactly, and you get put on skates. Like basically, once you hit 18, if you're half decent at the sport, it is a sight to watch people fly around on the ice. You get an appreciation for how fast hockey is at that level and up. You know, so
Yeah.
like going to like ECHL is like a couple, you know, you're a lot of times it's just a step or two up from your travel high school hockey, because they're all
Totally,
kind of
yeah.
in the same age, you know, like you're and they're just skating at the fastest speed possible and just saying fuck it, you know, like I'm just gonna skate fast and see what happens, and it makes
Yeah.
for an exciting product for sure.
It's
So
a
I
good
love
juxtaposition when you watch them, because you watch the minor league teams, because then between periods they're always bringing out the youth leagues, and you watch the
Yeah.
youth leagues and it's like they're in slow motion.
Slow motion.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You're watching them, and yeah, they're kids and all, but like then you watch it and you're like, these guys are moving.
If you're
Oh,
not if you're not a hockey fan and you've never been, go find an ECHL or an AHL or some minor league program, or even some club level like high school. Go there and watch it from the ice level, and you'll get a huge appreciation for how different it is than when you watch it on TV. It's awesome. Like we basically live in the mecca for ice hockey.
We
outside
really do.
it. We really do. Yeah. Like we went to Fox Valley, one of the bigger ice rinks in our area a couple days ago, just to grab some food and like you can eat. There's like a sports bar kind of connected to it, and you can sit at the ice level and watch while you eat. And we took the boys there and they were it was like 15 U's, like 15 and under, and they were flying. Kids were flying around the ice. It's nuts.
Fun to watch.
It's fun to watch. Yeah, you get a good appreciation for that for sure.
So are your boys going to play football, or are they going to play volleyball, or are they going to play hockey?
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to see. John's really good. My oldest, he's good at like basically anything he picks up. Like he's gonna be like me, where he's not gonna be elite at anything, but like you put something in his hands, or you tell him to go do something, he'll figure it out, and he'll be decent at it.
He's gonna be pretty good at everything he picks up, but never elite kind of thing.
Well,
Right.
My wife.
No football. Becky
Yeah.
says no football.
Yeah.
Oh, Becky, come on, warm up to it. He'll be okay. He'll be okay.
I know
son played
this.
13 years he played, not one concussion the entire time. So
Yeah.
That you
There's
know of.
that.
I played football,
Yeah.
for whatever. I never got a concussion, but I'll say this: I'm hoping my kid plays golf or tennis or something else.
your kid will be working for SpaceX next year.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not worried. He's going to be working on version 2 of the chopsticks. So we're all going to be admiring him as the
You're not
next
wrong.
trillionaire. So
He's officially passed me at doing math in his head faster than I can.
Ugh.
Not exaggerating.
unbelievable.
Like
Scary.
it's humiliating, is what it is.
And
Like,
remind
they don't
the-
warn you for
remind the-
stuff like that.
Remind the audience of how old your son is.
He's 6. He's 6. He's built he's built a little different from that aspect for sure.
He
Built-
is
he's,
definitely
Built
built different.
different.
He built a little different than I sure as hell than I was at his age for sure.
Takes after mom. That's what that
He
is
does
right
not
there.
get it from me. So I'll say his mom's side does have a particle physicist, and my wife's dad is in Mensa. So yeah, as much as he got street smarts from my side, I'll say that. That's my he got his
Street
street
smart, yeah.
smarts from my
Right.
side. He got
Yeah.
his actual
He ain't-
smarts. I'm guessing from
He ain't gonna
his
get
other
ain't
side.
gonna get shivved in the back alley, is what you're saying. That's what you
Right,
can provide.
He'll outsmart them.
I'm hoping.
You might
he
not
can-
need
once-
to, but
Yeah,
Nice.
but it's
Well, that's where it's at. That's where it's at.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really curious. I'm trying not to put my children into boxes and like expose them to things and see what they want to do. Kind of, I'm at the stage where I have literally no idea what my children are going to do, like in terms of sports.
That's good.
Yeah,
Put them in
I wanna get them
everything and see
exposure,
what they
but-
love.
yeah,
right.
Put 'em
Yeah,
in
'cause
everything.
I would
that's
say
the thing that
our
frustrates
job
me
is
the
not
most.
to like paint them into a corner and do what just
Right.
expose them to everything and then follow their lead.
Yeah,
What
I
do
have
they-
no-
What do they gravitate to?
I played enough sports in my day to not feel like there's this missing part where I need to live vicariously through them. So I'm good there. The other thing too, like, is like I want to
Guilty
get
as
back
charged.
to I know, but I want to get back to the days where you could be a kid and you can play a lot of different things and you weren't forced to like
Do you
specialize
have to
in
go
something
pro?
right away. Yeah.
Right.
Like that's the thing is like if you were lucky enough to be good at something and go pro back in the day, that came over time. Now it's like we're grooming children into this thing, and it's like if you find that they have like the slightest edge of a knack in something, you need to get them involved
to
in
jump on
that
it
program immediately. Because if not, somebody
Yeah.
else is, and it's crazy to me. I got a nephew who showed some early signs of being good in baseball, and like even
That's the
he's
sport down here too.
he's behind the eight
bad
ball
like
now
that.
because they didn't get him involved early enough to the point where I think he's 10, and like the high school coaches are already like, well, he needs to be involved in this and this, or we're not even going to take a look at him. It's
The
like
level
what
of
the
seriousness now.
what are
is
you
just-
talking
it's-
about?
It's
Yeah.
gotten to silly levels. Although there is this weird pushback where at the collegiate level they really like having multi-sport athletes.
multi-sport.
Like
yeah.
that's a big deal in recruiting.
Maybe they're trying to put
you know.
downward push that a little bit and stop having these people that are so
Specialization.
specialized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are kids in Hudson's grade that have been doing All-Star for 2 years now, and it's not like All-Star like, oh, they get like a tournament or two after the season. No, it's like all year long. They're having
Yeah.
practices 3 days a week, tournaments every weekend, like, and this is all on top of. I mean, they're 6 years old.
Yeah,
You
I don't.
know?
I just don't. I don't want to decide my kid's athletic future at 6 years old and have him
Yeah.
get to the point where he, like all of a sudden it stops being fun for him. I want the kids to have exposure to a lot of different sports, try what they want. don't follow what they don't like and follow what they do like, and not feel like, because it's the GoPro dream is what fuels some kids. Like we as parents know that it's not, it's like your 1% chance of making the league, but it's like the league is what fuels the kids at that age. And
It's
if
the
you're
dream.
yeah, exactly. And if you're basically telling them at 6, 7, 8 years old that they've got no shot because they're 2 years behind the 8 ball from some other kids who started, that's ridiculous, like, and that's what I want for my kids, to go back to the days where they do 3. It's not, no, it isn't,
It's not,
but that's
because
what
if
they
they
get
are
told.
good, they will stand out. Period.
Yeah.
Because there are kids all the time that walk right into let's use football as an example, right? Walk right in the doors of a high school, have never put on a pair of shoulder pads or a helmet, and freaking rock that thing, and are getting recruited. So like, it has not, I think the push is externally by parents like us, like, that are putting so much pressure on these kids, and the programs have just gotten so much more serious. Like my as we've talked about in the pod, my kid's high school program was like my Division III collegiate program.
Right.
I mean, the amount
run at the same level, right?
It was run at the same. Yeah, it was run very much the same, with nutrition plans and trainers and meals and and staying overnight places and whatnot. It was crazy. Yeah. It doesn't need to be that way. It takes the fun out of it.
Right. Well, and I do want to add a clarification to what I said earlier. If your kid is genuinely interested and just can't get enough of a sport,
Oh yeah, double down.
great.
Yeah.
Do it. Get at
Double
it.
down, yeah.
But
Yeah.
because like, if your kid's super into baseball and they get, because then it's not they have to do this and they get to play baseball 3 days a week.
Right.
They get to play every weekend. That's one thing. But if your kid falls behind or can't even pursue a sport because they're not playing 4 days a week at 6 years old until they're 10, like, that's when it becomes an issue to me.
Yeah.
Agreed. But
Totally agree.
I think our point on the whole subject is get them involved in everything and see what sticks. See what they
100%.
enjoy. As long as my kids were involved in something,
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
happy. They got to
Yeah.
be involved in something, whether that's
Yeah.
playing an instrument or playing on a field or a court. It didn't matter to me, as long as they were involved in something that was different than just being at school, some type of extracurricular activity.
100%. If it were up to me, it's like, of course, the only thing that makes me sad about the ones that my son has gravitated to so far is I was actually genuinely looking forward to coaching, like all that stuff. And the only 2 sports that I felt comfortable, like, all right, I think I could genuinely actually coach, like, little league, like baseball,
football.
little league football. What's he into? Soccer, basketball, school, like 3 things I did not excel at his age. So.
Dude, coaching's a double-edged sword, man.
Oh, of course.
I grew up, my dad was a coach. He was involved in every sport, on boards of all the sports. I was fascinated by that stuff, and I listened in on the conversations that he had and stuff like that. And it, like, all the stuff that I remember back from what I remember from him and what he told me and the anecdotes of the stories I overheard has led me to, like, keep myself at a distance from coaching on things, because, like, you get involved in that stuff and you start to see, like, how things are run. And then if you're like me, I'm like, I can't
Peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, you get a peek behind the curtain. It's like, you're not doing this right, and I want to fix this. And then before you know it, you're not only are you coaching, you're on the board, you're involved in this stuff, and it consumes your life. Not that that's a bad thing. Not that it's a bad thing, and it's not something that I don't want. It's just like, I'm cognizant of that, so now I'm trying to, like, approach sports from that lens and not just serendipitously enter into it and be like, like, I want to consciously be like, this is a decision that I'm making. I'm not following in some path where I just, like, wasn't prepared for it, and all of a sudden I'm signing up to be a board member for some league somewhere. Like I want to make that be like a decision I consciously make. And I feel like my dad kind of like went through that where he was like, I just want to coach a little bit. And then all of a sudden, no, I want to run this team. Now I'm going to be a head coach. And it's like, okay, well, like some of these programs are run so back asswards. I'm going to, get on the board. And before you know it, you're the president of the board and you're, now everything's your problem now is essentially what it becomes.
Yeah.
I
if
stopped
that's
at
the
the head
case-
coach level.
There you go.
Stopped
you
at
go.
the head coach. And
Good.
Yeah. I never. That's why my wife though put out in August. She put out a sign in front of the house and says I am a football widow, and she had a big sign that she put out in front of the house, and this is true because it did consume my life. But
does,
I
man.
loved every minute of it, and I miss it.
Well, and that's so. It's tough, especially like considering how close you were, and you got to see more of the how the meat is made kind of thing, Andy. But think about the amount of kids whose lives or sports lives were better because of the work that your dad did.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
No, like, we could do investigative reporting. I'm not going to go into particulars, but I mean, let's just say that the football program that I was involved in was in absolute shambles. Like rising up to the level of like gambling conspiracy. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
an absolute shambles. So like hats off to my dad for getting involved because what he took, like when he stepped into that, it was in an absolute disarray and there was money flying out the door and there was litigation left and right for particular individuals who I can't even name at this point, but it was,
Shall not be
But
named.
he
yeah.
but
Yeah.
he made a difference.
he did.
He
Yeah.
changed it.
No,
And
absolutely.
that's-
Absolutely.
come on. And that's
he,
like
he became
Again,
the
I'm not-
change in
I'm
the
not
world
saying-
that he wanted to see.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I guess the story that I'm getting at is that he set himself on that path with a very simplistic notion that he wanted
Yeah.
to be
Coach
involved
a little
just want to
bit.
be involved.
with what
Yeah.
my son's doing, and then that became a thing where he's legitimately taking down people who are like connected to the mob. Like it like I'm not kidding. I am not kidding.
I'm gonna go on a limb
This is
and
a
say
whole
that's,
podcast.
That's probably
It
the
could be.
exception.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the
I didn't have any
80-20 rule.
I didn't have any mobsters in Patriot football. Sorry,
Right.
but
But
you
I just
gotta know your
saw that.
limits.
Exactly. And he pulled on the thread a little bit, and because he's a person of morals, the more he pulled on the thread, the more he saw and the more he felt like he needed a fix.
Yeah.
And so like that's for me, that's like not necessarily a fear, but it's a motivator for like being cautious about what I'm getting involved in, because oftentimes when you peek behind the curtain, you start to see things you don't like, and then you get
Any youth
this
sport,
notion.
especially nowadays, is going to be massive politics, and so it's how much of it you have to like. So for me, it was keeping my eyes on the prize, right? Those
Keeping on the
18,
kids.
those 18
Keeping on
and
the kids,
19-year-old boys that I coach that are now 18, 19 years old and going off to college, they're an extension of my family. I coached those boys since they were 6, and I love them like my sons. And when I see them succeed, it makes my heart smile in ways that I can't possibly explain. And the fact that as a coach, you get an opportunity, especially in a world where fathers are they're a hot commodity, or not hot commodity. They're a sparse commodity,
right. Yeah.
right? In this world, and if you get a chance to be a father figure to somebody who doesn't have one, and you're able to make an impression in their life, that it meant more to me than I thought it would.
There's a lot of that,
and
too,
it really
yeah.
did. And there's an element like of taking a kid that doesn't know anything about a sport, right, and then growing them up through that sport and watching
Mm-hmm.
them become something that they've aspired to be. That's cool. I mean, that's
1000%,
you don't get that anywhere else. And I don't care what sport it is. It doesn't have to be football, right? Any sport. And so I think for that reason alone, if that matters to you, be a coach.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
you don't know the impression that you're going to make on some
That's-
kid that
that's a
goes
very
home to a fatherless
it's
family.
it's a very, very good point. Yeah. And there,
Or an
and
abusive
again, like I
home.
said, I've been fascinated by this stuff as well too. Like growing up when I was a kid, I always listened to that stuff. I heard stories of very similar things out of my dad as well too. It's like giving the opportunity to kids to get exposure to something more structured, better off than what they have at their home is a massive impact. And you know, like a little bit goes a massive length in that regard.
It really
So
does.
yeah, I get it.
Lean Green over here. Yeah, he said the disciplines, social skills developed, and life lessons from sports 100% builds life winners.
Absolutely.
Nailed it, Lean Green.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so we covered off the topic of the Olympics. Do we have anything else? Oh, we got to talk a little bit about
We got a little
that one
football.
topic that I put out there of like just it's an interesting phenomenon, and I noticed this with I think it was the big down. I can't remember what they called it, the big downhill. It was the freestyle jump or whatever, the big jump, I think they called it. Where you have and this happens a lot with hockey too, because a lot of players play for their home country, but play in the NHL or
Talking
whatnot,
about
right?
yeah, so you're starting to go down the route of what's that? Was that U.S. born athlete
Eileen Gu,
Eileen Gu? Yeah,
who's paid by the Chinese
like
and
millions,
lives in
14,
San
I think,
Francisco.
like 14
Yeah,
mil.
something like she's getting paid a ton of money, and that goes to the whole like there's two elements here, right? There's athletes that are competing that are U.S. citizens that are competing in other. It seems to be very uniquely a little bit with Canada, but a uniquely North American phenomena where you have a lot of these players that are playing in four different countries, which is understandable. But then you have U.S. players that are born here, lived here all their lives, that are competing with
Four other countries.
four other
other
countries
countries.
like Eileen Gu. It's a very interesting phenomenon. And then you have the second
is.
piece of this is that these athletes are getting paid huge sums of money for various things, whether it's not necessarily endorsements, but mainly to just compete for the respective countries. It's a very, I don't know if it's a new phenomena or I just started paying attention to it, but it is interesting.
Well,
It's
it's
there for
interesting
sure.
the variance in how much individual athletes make by country for medals and stuff like that. Like a lot of countries pay zero regardless
Yeah.
of the medals, whereas you have somewhere like what's the Asian country that starts with an S where they're paying Singapore. Singapore
yeah.
pays almost $800,000 per gold medal.
Per medal. Yeah.
Wow.
Where you
Well,
have a
that's
lot of
incentive
countries
for you.
that pay nothing for anything, like regardless if it's a gold or not. So, and funny enough, I think Kazakhstan is one of the top 5, but they only pay for gold. They don't pay for bronze or silver
like that.
or anything like that, which I thought was
Yeah.
kind of funny.
That's like the ultimate
Interesting.
no participation trophies allowed in Kazakhstan.
Right.
You worked for 4 years of your life, and all I got was this lousy silver medal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you got nothing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It's definitely interesting.
it is.
I don't know what to
think
make of it. I don't know if it's good, bad, what.
I
but
don't.
it's an
I don't
interesting
think it's
phenomenon.
great that. I don't think it's great that. I mean, these athletes deserve to make money. I you know, like we've kind of talked about that at a lot of different levels. When you start getting to the level of Olympiad,
Athletes
Like,
for hire for countries you never lived in is a different. I feel like
That's-
that's where the
that-
line
then-
is
That's a
drawn.
little-
that's a very
little shady.
definitive line.
Yeah.
You know, nationality wise, like the Eileen Gu one, I know she's probably, I think she was born
She's
in
50%
America.
Chinese. She's
But
she's born
Born
here.
in America, resides
From what
in
I understand,
What, her
I told me
family?
someone in the crowd, someone in the audience could correct me, but I believe
Yeah.
she is an American.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't necessarily have a problem. I mean, I guess it would be like me representing Latvia, which, you know, I wouldn't do because I don't feel. I mean, I was born in America. My dad was born in
Right.
America. My grandfather was born in Latvia, so I'm now, you know, second generation or third. I think, I don't know, whatever it is.
I think
Like,
second.
I think it's second generation American. I have no ties to the culture. I can't speak the language. Never been. Love to go, but never been.
Right.
I don't feel the connection, so I wouldn't do it. But I also don't know that, like, I would feel if I did choose to represent Latvia in Olympic sport. I don't know if I would feel angered if people thought that was not cool for me to do.
No, it's interesting.
I guess more so because it's America, and I feel like for the longest time Americans dominated a decent. I mean, we dominate a lot of the sports.
Summer Olympics for sure.
Summer Olympics for sure.
Yeah, but like there, to the point where I feel like some of the reasons why some of these athletes even live in America in the first place is because they couldn't get the training that they needed, in their country. Their parents tried. A lot of them are second generation Olympians. Their parents tried and realized I have the best opportunity to get, again, goes kind of goes back to what we were just talking about. My kid's really good at this thing. I'm going to uproot my entire family and move to America to give them the best shot at succeeding at this sport because of the opportunity and resources that are around. So I guess on the flip side of that, it's like,
the distinction is living in a country is different than wasn't born there, never lived there. Like that's the difference. Like,
I mean, Scotty James from Australia came to the U.S. to train and compete and live here, but he was always been Australian.
Right. I have zero
competed for
problem with
Australia.
him competing for Australia. Yeah.
Right.
yeah. So, I mean, I think at some point I feel like it's worth spreading back out. It's like you come to America. I guess I don't feel like America is being taken advantage of if you spend a generation bringing your athletes over here to get them access to the resources they have in America, and then choosing to go to spread back out and represent other countries that they're are part of their lives.
I don't have a problem with that. I think it's like
I don't think the for hire thing is the part I think that doesn't sit well with me. Is that like
it soils
the spirit of the games.
The spirit of the game. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. You're supposed to be representing your country.
From a pride aspect, not from a financial aspect.
Right. From my Italian heritage, I got lots of family in Italy. I can speak the language, but I'm not going to go. I'm American, right? I'm not going to go to Italy and compete for Italy, even if I had dual citizenship. So, like,
I feel like though, if you did,
thing. I mean, to each their own. I don't have a problem with it per se.
I would not feel obligated to debate you if you chose to represent Italy, as long as you make that decision in a not for hire manner, like
that.
And
that
I think,
is true.
I guess I think
point.
that's the part that it boils down to for me is like,
That's where it feels icky.
I want you to make money, but I also feel like it's that makes it impossible for me to tell what your motivations are. Are you being bought by the state, or are you truly like, if it so happens that both are true, great, that's awesome. But you have to appreciate the optics of it, is that the rest of us that are watching you are going to think that there is at least an above 50% chance that the only reason you're competing for China right now is because they threw 14 mil at you to do that, right. And it's your obligation then to prove us wrong. And if you don't, then you have to accept the assumptions that are going to be made about you, for doing that.
It's interesting.
So
I think so. I actually have zero issue with anyone with athletes making money. Like, think of Crosby. If Crosby is 8 years younger,
right?
I'm assuming he's not getting paid for games he's not playing during their NHL season,
right?
So he needs to get paid if he's going to go to the play for the Olympics or something like that. I have no problem with Olympics athletes making money. Again, it's that character. It's that, like, I am being paid by Taiwan to play for Taiwan, represent them in the Olympics. I've never been there. That's where it's like,
it's like you're a free agent.
I don't know how that's allowed at all. Like, for that matter, like,
you're a free
if you're
agent.
more than like one generation removed at max from a country, like I don't think you should be able to like represent them in the Olympics, because it's about the best from that country, not the best that that country can afford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
But it's like I mean, yeah, it's a very interesting topic, because it's like, at what point do you lose your nationality simply by where you are geographically? You know?
Yeah.
You know, because like again, take the example of, okay, I'm second generation Olympian. My parents were from China or something. They tried their ass off to beat an American person in the Olympics in whatever sport they're competing in. Couldn't do it because there just wasn't the resources there. I'm
Jamaican
born
bobsled team.
Yeah, exactly. I'm born. They move me to America so I get access to the best training. How long before that family as an entity, however, the lineage of that family loses their tie to China, you know, before you know, it's like I'm Chinese. I'm living in America. Yeah. But like, you know, where do I lose that heritage? At what point do I lose that heritage? And am like, I don't want to say forced, but like now, you know,
Obligated,
like grouped into being an American and having to represent America, or feeling obligated. Yeah, is a good way to it. Feeling obligated to represent America in the sport rather than the country my family was, you know, from.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Just interesting.
No, it is. We got NFL news, not to transition, but we got some interesting stuff going on. We should probably cover off on that before we close out for the day, huh?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Miami is having a fire sale apparently.
Are they ever?
Things are going downhill fast, or something's going on. They're getting some movement.
They're rising.
They're getting movement.
Right. They're going to change their name from the Dolphins to the Phoenix, because they're rise from the ashes, right?
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
They're going about it in an interesting way, because they're going about it in a let's sell anyone on our team that has talent, or just flat out release them, and then we'll see what's
Bradley
left.
Chubb. Yeah. So this week they released Bradley Chubb, who's a veteran edge rush. I think he's still probably got some good years on him. I would consider him. They released Tyreek. You said Fitzpatrick.
Surprising.
They were
we don't even know
officially
if Tyreek's
shopping.
going to play again.
Yeah, they're officially shopping Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Right.
And as soon as they released Bradley Chubb and Tyreek,
Jalen
Jalen Waddle raised his hand and was like, "Can I be next? Hello, over here, please."
Yeah. What I say? Meanwhile, like Two is over there like he's got a fucking hotel on
Tua's
Boardwalk.
Just getting whiplash, just watching people walk out of the locker room.
Oh God, he would be the dumbest mother effer in the entire league if he raised his hand as well too. It's like right now you've got your team by the balls, and you hold on as hard as you
Browns.
can.
Tua's over here looking like Will Smith in the empty room, just standing there by himself. All of his buddies are gone. Like,
I don't care. He's gonna be making $55 million or whatever it is to just
to dink it off to Devon Achane. Like,
exactly. Yeah, just hand the ball off or pass it to Achane. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there.
It's gonna get interesting.
I don't know. I think Tyreek being released at the same time that Mahomes gets restructured. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see
$48 million. $48 million they restructured out of his cap hit. That's nice. Just around that time that Tyreek, that seems a little tin hatty at that point. Yeah, I think he's already.
That's a tin hat take for sure.
I know. We could play it, but we've already.
We've already.
I feel
we went there.
Yeah, we already went there.
We didn't even save it. We just went there.
Yeah. No. He's already in KC from what I heard too. Like I think he was.
Oh really?
Yeah. He's just hanging out. I'm sure. Just having some barbecue, doing.
He's on that wheelchair, just maniacally laughing on his way to KC.
Happen? Yeah, he's.
I don't know
with whatever's left of his leg.
Like Micah Parsons in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
On the
little
scooter.
rascal.
On the rascal. Yeah.
Actually, I think Tyreek Hill's pretty. He's probably on the same rascal that my kid would ride on. Like he's so small.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, he could probably ride around in a power wheel.
Face or
Right.
Yeah.
I'd be
You
pregnant
small,
tomorrow.
Tyreek.
Power wheel.
Power,
Why don't
Fisher
you hop in
Price.
that power wheel?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That
I'll stand behind him with the
interesting.
controller.
Right.
You know. They got those
That
now.
will be
That's the greatest invention
Those
ever.
are cool.
Yeah, we have one of
They're
those.
just
little,
recreating. They're like 2021, 2022. Like they got Bieniemy back. Tyreek's
Right.
Oh, yeah.
available.
We're getting the
like-
band back together, man. We're getting the band
Oh
back.
man,
And
I mean,
Nagy's
'cause
not-
whatever-
not gonna work here
Kelsey's
anymore.
gonna retire at 57.
Right.
I mean, like whatever they've been doing since they broke the band up has not been working. So I don't blame
Right.
them for taking on anything. Trying to get back to. It's just a matter of has that
It
time
reeks
already
of
passed or not.
desperation.
It does
Bring
reek
it
of
back.
desperation.
Yeah, let's run it back, man. Let's run it back. We got an aging Kelsey, and now we're gonna get Tyreek back. Well, let's see.
We got some Bears news too a little bit. We've got the
here we
Cardinals
go.
sniffing around on Bajent. Did you hear about that one, Jason?
I heard about that one.
Yeah. So we got Tyson Bajent sitting on our bench for like 10 mil right now.
For a 2-year deal.
2-year deal. Yeah. It was very nicely paid backup. Very good quarterback. All of a sudden we heard that the Cardinals are sniffing around saying that they might be willing to trade some people for
shopping Kyler Murray.
Well, yeah,
Or
I
they're
think
thinking is like a backup.
no, I think they're ready to move on from
I
Kyler.
think they're gonna. I think they'll open up training camp and just make it open competition.
Well,
I
they've got
think-
a whole new all the staff over in,
Right.
in Arizona. So
I think Kyler gets traded or let go. I really do.
you think?
I don't know.
If-
I think they go to camp with. I mean, if they go after.
I mean, if they
Bajent,
can't
I
trade
go to
him,
camp
if they
with
can't,
both.
if they can't trade him, they're gonna keep him and let him fight out whoever they bring in to compete against at camp. But if they could trade him to somebody that's like absolutely starved for a quarterback, looking at you, Minnesota, like take it, absolutely take it. But there's better opportunities
Malik
out there.
Willis
than
is
Bajent.
hanging out there too.
But the thing with Bajent that I think was kind of interesting is like, to me, like the fact I think everybody's hung up on the fact that we gave him 10 mil. So now all of a sudden there's like wild speculation on what we could get back in return. And I think
Not
to me,
much.
dude, people like, okay, so there was a Reddit thread out there,
There it is.
but no, but it was from a legit reporter. I think I'd have to look at it. A legit reporter
Reddit
who,
reporter.
that no, it was a tweet from a Reddit reporter that started the thread in Reddit, or
Got it.
a tweet from a legitimate reporter that started the Reddit thread. Like somebody was asking for like a second or a third. A second is pretty wild. A third seems comparable to me for Bajent.
I just don't
the-
see you let him go for that. Like that's
No,
seems-
and so that's like definitely a second. If somebody comes barking with
Yeah,
a
you're
second,
letting go of a second for.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
letting
you-
him go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
even like a 2-3 conditional where it's like a second round pick if he starts 50% of the games, third if he doesn't. I still take that, I feel like, as well too. I know backup quarterbacks are hard to come by
I'd
in the
have
league.
to think about it.
Dude, like
I'll say-
this guy
I'll say
hasn't
this.
how many snaps like has this guy played? Like
Well, he
A
doesn't
couple
have
series?
He didn't have
I'll
an
tell
NFL.
ya.
Well, maybe even had one series all year. One
He
official
had 4 attempts last year. He had
more the year before.
2 pass attempts the year before.
Oh, really?
2023 he had a bunch. Yeah, he only
Okay.
had 2 2024. In 2023 he had
That's true.
what,
Caleb
$150, something
Caleb's
like that.
been
I
durable for sure.
I don't know why. You bite your tongue right now. You just knock down
I'll
the
say
wo-
this:
knock-
Tyson Bajent is the number 1 added player on the sleeper app today. He is 4
Really?
times added as much as the second highest added person this week.
Yeah.
Malik Willis wasn't.
Malik Willis is third.
Third.
Malik
yeah.
Willis is third on the highest trending ads this week.
He's going somewhere for sure.
Yeah.
Like if Arizona's not
they're-
sniffing around there.
The thing with Bajent though is that to me Bajent is JJ McCarthy. Like
You bite your tongue. He's
No.
better than McCarthy.
I don't know that he is. Mostly because I don't think that JJ is as bad as he is right now. I think JJ has a much higher ceiling, but his ceiling is not high. It's higher than it is now because he's absolute ass. But like you look at it and they're the same kind of player. They never have had the physical traits. You know, like
They're not the same player though. So I'm going to fight. These are fighting words.
yeah.
Because if you look at McCarthy's stats in college, now again,
They were terrible.
2 different categories. Division II.
His college stats were fine.
No,
They were
his college
skewed,
McCarthy?
but yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But McCarthy's stat. If you look at McCarthy's stats versus Bajent's collegiate stats, Bajent lit the frickin' world on fire at the Division II level.
Division
He
II.
broke all types of passing yards.
Right. No, I get you. I get you there, but
full
what
on
I'm saying
records
is, but we don't
chucked
know. He
Now,
did chuck
McCarthy
it,
barely
but
passed
he's
the ball
chucking
at all.
right, but he's chucking it on Division II opponents. So how
He's
does
a varsity
it's harder?
quarterback in a JV
Exactly,
league.
it's harder to
Like,
translate that to the NFL, in my opinion. To me, they rank evenly in terms of unknown ability to produce at the NFL level, because a guy is a chucker at the Division II level, but is unproven at the top tier talent, is just as bad to me, just as much of a risk to me as JJ McCarthy, who was at the top talent but never displayed it and never proved that he, that he has anything from a trait perspective, because it was hidden behind all the times they ran the ball, and all of his stats were, and so it's just as much of an unknown to me. Tyson Bajent has shown that he can, again, in what I'll consider the Division II of NFL football, which is preseason, he can hold his own. But is he gonna be able to run a starting NFL offense? I think it's just as unknown as at this point as JJ McCarthy. So that's where I make that comp. That's where I make that comp.
I see your comp.
You think, but don't get me wrong. Like, if somebody's willing to take a chance on him and they want to give us, by that logic, the Minnesota Vikings let Sam Darnold walk and we're ready to go with JJ McCarthy, who was it was, like 10th overall, 8th overall pick. I don't even know what overall pick he was.
he was
give me.
He
was top 10.
I think he was 8.
Yeah,
Eight.
right between 8
top
and
10.
10.
Give me one of those picks if you think, if you think for a second that Tyson Bajent is better than JJ McCarthy, then I'm demanding one of at least a second round for him. But I think we get a little bit ahead of our skis by saying, oh, because we gave him 10 mil, he's all of a sudden worth a second round pick. No, I don't.
I'm not saying
I don't think
that.
he's
I'm
worth
just
a
saying
second
that-
round pick. But if somebody offers us a second round pick for him, I'm taking it.
Take it. Yeah.
100%.
So I guess I'm saying you take an unknown you're taking, especially for a third round pick. So you're going to take a third round, basically swing in the dark at how many third round picks that haven't panned out for teams. There's
Most.
the list is
Chicago
legion.
has the third round is specifically a black hole for a lot of teams.
bad.
Yeah.
And
You get
for someone who
coaxed
we
into
know is a
overvaluing people in the third
dependable
round.
backup. That's where I'm at. So yes, for a second rounder, I think you definitely make the move. But
Third, you're thinking about it, huh?
third, I don't think you make that move. I think
It's
he's
so
too valuable
funny.
to the program.
It's funny because we're talking about Malik Willis and JJ, and it's so funny because they were both teams ignored the warning signs on both of them for completely different reasons. People ignored the lack of experience for Willis because he had such freak athleticism. They're like, oh, he's only going to get better, all that stuff. People ignored the lack of usage for JJ because they went national champions and all that stuff. I'm like, but he's throwing like 12 to  15 times a game. Is that not a concern? Like,
Do you not see
I understand
that?
that a dominant running
it was a
game
concern
and all
to
that
31
stuff.
other teams in the league.
Right. At least 9 other teams that
Right.
didn't take him, or
Right.
7 or whatever it is. But it's so funny that like how like both like teams ignored the warning signs for both of those guys for completely different reasons.
Completely
and
different
here we
reasons.
are having the same conversation. So it's
But like,
interesting.
yeah, but to me, Tyson Bagent has neither of those. You know, like he doesn't have the athleticism, and he doesn't have the top
or the
conference
high draft
pedigree.
capital.
Yeah, or the
Pretty
exactly.
athletic.
He is athletic. I'll give him that. Absolutely, he's very
He's
athletic.
got some good
Well, he wouldn't be in the
escapability.
NFL if he wasn't.
But he's
athletic.
got a noodle for an arm, a complete noodle. He's like one of like. But you know, again, it's like what are you prioritizing as an offense?
I mean, he doesn't have a
are you
Caleb
big
Williams
game
arms,
hunting?
but not many people
Right.
do. So
Right. Yeah, we
Anyway.
can say that. Man.
Okay,
We can
here
say
we go.
that.
here we go. Here we go.
I know.
A little
No
bit,
matter what
by
we-
the way,
Oh.
I did see that Malik Willis is actively being pursued by the Browns, the Dolphins, and
course
the
they are.
Cardinals. Browns, Dolphins, and Cardinals. The Browns are hilarious to me, but just for completely
Right.
just horrible reasons.
Comedic reasons. Just
Right.
comedic
But it's-
reasons
it's-
alone.
Just
It's at
'cause,
least-
of course, but
It's at least good to know that the Cardinals are also looking at like top tier backups across the board, and not just
Yeah, they should.
not just Tyson Bagent. As you know, like Malik, your point when you said it, Jason, was very valid. Like Malik is the one who should be probably getting top looks, because I think he has proved it enough in NFL games. Meaningful
I agree with you.
NFL games.
I agree with you though, Andy. I think the Kyler Murray experiment is over.
Oh yeah, that seems
so
fairly done to me.
yeah, it's so crazy because he again, this is a big asterisk, and you could say the same thing for Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson or anything like that. Every season that he has finished the season without missing 3 or 4 or 5 plus games, he has never not finished as a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
That's a crazy stat.
Like, and because I mean, Kyler Murray, he like he's been in the league like what 7 years, something like that, 6-7 years, and he's been a top 10 quarterback 5 of those years. It's just the years that he's injury or anything like that,
so
he falls
invisible.
outside of it.
Even when he's good,
He's small,
invisible.
but he's thick.
Yeah,
He's
he's
small, but he's thick.
He I think to me he just doesn't show.
Patience, Mac Jones about the asshole.
Yeah.
Poor Mac Jones.
To me, I
No,
just feel
there's
like
nothing you can't hate. You can't hate Tyson Bagent. There's lots to love about that dude. His dad, okay, we can have
we've
a
covered his
conversation,
dad
but
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
right, yeah, but
In
but he's
2021, in 2021, Kyler Murray missed 3 games. He still finished his QB 10.
awesome. That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
Stats.
I mean, to me, it
telling
just tells you. It just often tells you how nationally irrelevant the Cardinals are. No matter what they do, they just can't. They can't break the national narrative because, I mean, like they're in Arizona, so we're not going to get a lot of those games out by us, and
Right.
Yeah.
maybe afternoon game of the weeks or something. But I get a sense with Kyler, he just doesn't have that leadership mentality that I feel like is not necessary for a quarterback, because there've been plenty of quarterbacks that just lead with their play, but I don't know, like I feel like their patience has grown thin with him, and they're looking for a quarterback who's going to be a little bit more, maybe not as gifted as Kyler, but more of like a leadership to kind of like bring their team up a little bit. And they need a splash. They need,
They've given him 7 years. They've given him
Exactly.
7 years.
it's been plenty of time.
Let's call it.
I have the stat for you.
Yeah.
So every season that he has played more than 11 games, he has never finished outside the top 10.
Top 10.
And that's been what, 5 of his last 10 or 7 seasons?
He has played
4?
7 seasons. He has played 4 of those seasons. He played more than 11 games, which is again part of the the asterisks, right? Same Jaden
Right.
Daniels. Like when he's on the field, he
Yeah.
delivers, he produces, he's dominant. When he's on the field,
Yeah.
best ability is availability. And that's
Availability.
not his best ability.
Well, let's
Yeah.
move on. We've got a couple more topics to cover before we break off today, and we got the memes to go through, right?
Yeah, we do. We're
Cody got some exciting news. He got
Let's-
himself a new. Well, did you want to cover something else?
No, I want to
do
play
the
that.
intro finger there.
I want to do the intro out of sports topic and into other stuff. So we'll do the intro.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that one.
No, you're good.
Season's done, gather headlines are dead. Season's done, not a damn thing said. We're reaching hard, yeah, we're winging it instead. Questionable content, roll the beat.
All right,
Nicely
we're
done.
on
Nice.
I like
onto
that
the
one.
questionable content. I do want to say this. I want you guys to go back. I don't think it ever it doesn't resonate when you're watching it live. Pause and read some of the headlines that I put on some of those. Obviously, the ones on the end you can kind of read as you're going through. But there were some great headlines that I made up for that
got
one,
some
and I
Easter
think it
eggs
gets
in there?
lost. There's some Easter eggs, yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Nicely done. Nicely
So
done.
for the diehards in the chat, if you want to like get a good laugh, go back and watch and
Very nice.
pause on those. But yeah, so
Cody's got some news.
our questionable content starts off, well, really all of us kind of do, because I feel like we at this point have to officially rebrand the podcast yet again, since
Yeah.
since our boy Cody is now finally joining. Well,
Broke
I guess
down.
I'm former at this point. Jason's
you're
current, but we
I'm
got
current.
so we got 2 current.
This is new
and
territory
one
for me.
former
Right.
owners
Yeah.
of a Dodge Ram 1500, right?
That is
Yeah.
correct. I
Nice.
sold. Yeah.
Congrats.
I've had enough with the Jeep. Love it. It broke my heart. Absolutely broke my heart to sell it,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't.
How long have you had? How long did you have the Jeep for?
So this is the crazy. So I bought it in 2019.
19. Okay.
I just sold it. Take a wild guess at how many miles I put on it.
Was it? I don't know. I don't know what you guys do
So-
over there on the island. It's like one of those things. Like I feel like you have to drive a lot of places on the island, but like you don't get mileage for going on a ferry. So
Yeah.
like
so
I don't know.
I
I would
I've
have
had
no
it-
idea.
I had it. I bought it in 2019 with I think 46,000 miles on it. I just sold it
47.
with
Yeah.
80, 86,000. So
Okay.
like
Wow.
just under 40.
That's crazy.
That's good.
And well, one, I work from home basically that
Right.
entire time, which goes to it. But also, once I got it lifted and then big gnarly tires on it, that thing was like a refrigerator on stilts. Like it was like everyone in the car that wasn't driving was motion sick
Whoa, 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 whoa,
like,
whoa.
when we were riding
got-
it. So
You got the wobble
was-
on it.
right when I was driving, no, I didn't have the death wobble, but it was because it was so high and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a box. There's zero aerodynamics in that
Right.
thing.
No.
So
Right.
the wind catches, you're all over the place. So I never really drove it much with the family because everyone would get sick. So we just always drove my wife's car the whole time. So so yeah.
But it looked cool.
Broke down. I loved it though, and they were like, "Hey, you trying to trade in that Jeep?" I was like, "Yeah, that's the plan."
Hell
Like,
yeah.
like, oh shit! Really? Oh, okay. So By the way, I used that first reaction to get a little bit more
Yeah.
on that
Oh,
traded
yeah.
values.
Darn right you did.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was their first
Yeah.
mistake. Was like, oh,
Showing
I was
the
playing.
interest.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. I was planning on
Right.
doing that anyway, but now that I
Didn't
see
play
that you're
that one
interested,
cool, did they?
yeah,
Yeah,
Nice.
right. So,
yeah. Who the
Those are
fuck's
hot
that one
Hot
cost
dogs
him a
over
little
there?
bit. But,
Nice. Well, that is
Yeah.
cool. And then on the flip side, mine just hit 100,000 miles,
Nice.
and I was driving down the street and was hearing cylinder chatter and thought my oil pressure was bad and my lifters were bad. Come to think of it, it was just an oil. It just needed an oil change, even though it was at 58% and was doing well. I think I had a gummed up filter and I was getting like a pending code.
I was
So
like,
then
right when that 100 mile an hour, or
Right when that
100,000 mile
That's
powertrain
code.
warranty goes
Yeah,
out.
that's coded into the
Yeah,
the
100%.
CPU or the ECU rather.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
So I bring it in, find out that which Cody will find out that Rams are all trucks really. It's not just Rams, but all trucks are notorious for having exhaust manifold leaks. So I have two exhaust manifold leaks on either side where the manifold's actually cracked or there's a broken stem on it or something like that. And so this gets into this is a good dad conversation that I was having briefly with Andy yesterday, which was if you're handy and you like, this is one of those things where I got a quote for almost $3,000 from the dealer and the same quote from a Midas to do this job, or I could do it myself, and save myself almost $2,000. So it's like one of those things like, what is a dad, like, what does time cost to you?
Yeah.
You know,
Because I mean, that's really
you talk
what
about-
it boils down to. Is
Yeah.
I think like every I feel like everybody sits there at that crossroads in their life where it's like, I've got a car repair and like you know they're gonna overcharge your ass for it if you take it
Right.
into a dealership or some garage or something, and it could be something that you can handle, but a lot of people don't factor in. They think, oh, this is maybe a half an hour job. No job is like a half an hour job on a car, and
This is a 3 to 5 hour job per side.
per
It is
side.
true.
Yeah,
Oh, it's like, so that's a 9 to 15 hour per side. If I'm doing it.
This is a weekend. This is a
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah. This is a frustrated weekend. This is
Now wait, this is now for the lay people out there that don't know what an exhaust manifold, I had to look it up in myself, but and I've done an alternator on my son's Odyssey and whatnot, so I'm handy enough, and I think I could swing it. A manifold is really kind of
Comes
where
out
the
inside the
exhaust
engine,
starts.
right?
It's
Yeah.
attached. It's a giant cast iron piece that the exhaust comes out of the engine, and then goes into the catalytic converter, which then goes out your exhaust. That piece of cast iron has a tendency to warp. The biggest issue is that it is attached to the aluminum block of the engine. And so what happens is you get these two metals that heat up and flex at different rates, right? And so you get all these different problems. The biggest issue with these manifolds is not only that they break, but the stems break off in the block, right? So this is an issue where you've got 5 to 10 millimeters between this and your water cooling system in your block, and you can wreck a block if a stem is broken off flush
that's no good.
on your block.
Yeah.
And so here I am. I'm watching these videos. Of course, there's like 1,000 videos on YouTube to do this, right?
Always.
And I'm watching. I'm going, I can do this. I just got to learn how to MIG weld. Like, I can do that.
right.
I just go to Harbor Freight and get myself
Get a
a
MIG
MIG welder.
welder.
I'll figure this out.
Yeah.
I'll figure this out.
I saw the perfect video that I almost shared with you guys the other day, not even knowing this conversation happened, but it was that it was in quotes like, yeah, I'm pretty handy, and then it shows a guy sitting in his garage floor watching YouTube, just like that's what being a handy dad is.
My wife
is
would
access
send
to
a
the
meme
internet.
to me daily. She would send
Yeah.
a meme to me daily.
It's
Because I am
parroting.
the
As long
kid-
as you could parrot back what they're doing or mimic what they're
Right.
doing, then you're golden.
Being
lot of times,
handy is not being afraid to try and fuck stuff up.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that's what being handy is. It's just
Right.
being willing to try.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. If there is a bolt that's broken off flush in the block, I will pee down my leg a little bit. But I am willing to try.
Yeah.
How much?
As long as
Like the thing with cars, I feel like the only thing that ever scares me about cars is how much you have to take off to get to the thing that you're looking to.
and that's all the time. It's not a hard job.
Yeah.
Right.
The
It's not a
hard
hard
job is if the bolt's broken off, right? But you have to go in from the side, so you have to take the wheel off. Then you have to take the inner fender shroud off, the plastic
Right.
shroud, to pull all that out, and then you can actually get to it. And then it's you're under the car, you're off to the side, like you're at all these freaking weird angles to try and get these bolts
Yeah.
out, right? And then you twist a bolt, and then it breaks off, right? And then you
Yep.
get all types of problems.
Yeah.
So
A friend
this is
of
one
mine,
those-
Patrick. You guys, I think you guys know Patrick.
yeah,
Both
yeah.
of you guys do. Yeah. He
Pat.
used to. Yeah. Pat's very automotively inclined. He's currently, I think, restoring a Porsche himself. I
pretty
think
awesome.
I think he's basically done with it. So very automotively inclined. But like he used to have this beater, this like Suzuki. It was like a Geo Tracker, whatever the Suzuki equivalent of a Geo Tracker was. It was this, this
That's
four
So trappy.
four
You just dated
four
yourself.
banger. No, I'm serious. Like it's just like this 4-banger little like Jeep kind of like Ute kind. It was more or less a step up from a Gator.
From a probe,
But it was
right?
Like it was like street legal Gator. It's
neon.
basically what it was. Yeah, but like
Geo Metro.
God, the
I think
neons.
I think what got him, like he did all of his own maintenance. He did anything on that car. I think what got him hooked on it though was the fact that car made accessing everything essentially brainless.
Yeah.
Everything in that car, I'm not even kidding, everything in that car was connected by 4 or less bolts. Like every time I go over there, it's like I'm dropping
The Tinker Toy.
this, I'm dropping that,
Yeah.
I'm dropping this thing. I'm like, okay, so where are the bolts for it? Right here. Here's the 4 bolts. Like, you could have like half the engine disassembled in like an hour because there was 4 bolts that hold everything on that car. And like it had
They
me
don't fill
thinking,
the bottom of a solo cup. Like,
Right.
yeah, it was awesome. Like I
You
was
thinking
starting
you
to
could do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I started like getting into doing my own automotive repairs, was because I would watch Pat do something on his Suzuki Samurai or whatever the fuck it was called. Like and it would take him 8 to 10 bolts total to get to whatever he's looking for. Meanwhile, I've got some like German engineered car or something like that where it's like
An Audi.
I'm dropping half the fucking engine just to get, or
Right.
half the front
Right.
end just to get to an alternator or something. But
So
I
it is
remember
the age-old question, isn't it?
yeah, my best. There's a great. It's a story that it comes up every few years or whatever. I love to tell it because it's so symbolic, just representative of a relationship with my best friend. So when we were in high school, I think we were juniors in high school. He would always help me with my little Honda Civic. He's also very mechanically inclined
Yeah.
and everything like that. So I remember we were always fixing my Honda Civic because mine was always the one broken down. And it's like exactly that. Like you can't fit your thumb through between pieces in a
No.
Ford in the Civic, but then he had this like 1989 like Chevy
Buick
truck
or something.
like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
where you could fit your thigh between any two pieces of
Yeah.
equipment in that damn
It'd
thing.
stand in the engine compartment.
right.
Yes. So I remember in high school he had blown. I mean, literally like blew the engine, like, and just took the whole thing apart. Like, got one of the big, thick manuals from AutoZone that they
Yeah.
keep by the register and just went through the whole thing. And I remember there was like, I think it was a winter of my like early junior year or something like that. And I'm like, hey, you want to come over and like, dick around with the truck? I'm like, all right, cool. So like, the truck is already jacked up. And then it's, he's got it on, he's got it also actually jacked up like on jacks or whatever. So
Yeah.
we're sitting, we get the hood open, we're sitting in the hood, our feet inside the actual like hood of this thing, and we're like 10 feet off the ground. And we're in here like, kind of pulling stuff apart, and we go to remove the AC, which hadn't worked in 15 years. So we start, he
Basically
starts
never.
unscrewing the AC, and we're both like head in there, like trying to like maneuver this thing, and you just hit this, and we both stop and like look at each other, like, the hell's that?
that?
Like, and then it goes down. It just eventually quiets down. Like, all right, it must have just had some compression still in or something like that. He does a quarter turn, and the hose blows off, and it's spraying Freon everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
We just roll out of the truck. We're like 10 feet off the ground, and we both just roll backwards out of the truck. And this thing's, I remember looking up from beside the
white
truck and
frost.
seeing Freon exploding out like a snow globe.
Wow.
Oh God, it was
Man, you could have really gotten injured.
or poisoned or all
Yeah.
the things,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all,
Right,
the,
all
things.
the things.
But
Yeah.
But
Wow.
again, like it's like that shit doesn't happen if you're not in there
Right.
just
now you
getting
know.
dirty, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And
Right.
stuff.
Now
And
you know. Yeah.
Dude,
Shout out to
all
Big
right.
Mike.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of Rams, here's mine. So similar thing is like I bought this.
That looks like a
this-
dune buggy.
right? I bought this Ram new in 2011, and then proceeded to cut the front end off and put this massive front end on it. Take the fenders off. These are flared out fenders on the sides, that we added and I had painted and stuff. Like it,
Chopped and
it-
screwed.
yeah, exactly. It was so funny because like I'm, like at the time I was like, oh yeah, somebody's gonna want to buy this truck when I go to sell it. Like I put all this money into it. No, that's not the case. Like it was so funny. I traded
Hurt your
this thing
feelings
in.
a little bit.
No, it was going to hurt my feelings until like some wholesaler came in so I traded this thing in for like an Audi sports car, like beautiful sports car, like my essentially the closest thing to a dream car I ever had. But I'm taking this pre-runner style Dodge Ram to an Audi dealership. They have no idea what the fuck to do with this thing. So the first thing they
Right.
do is they like get on the horn with anybody they can. Does anybody want this Ram? And I guess some like wholesaler called them up, who like this auctioneer wholesaler, and was like, yeah, I'll take it. But he didn't know that front end that we put on there, like that's irreparable. We chopped off the frame. Like here, I got it now, and I got to pull it up again. We chopped off the front to fit this tubular front end that we have in here with a skid plate. I think I have some other. Yeah, there you can see it a little bit better.
Oh, there you go.
You could see this whole thing was like skidded out. We had to drop the bumper and cut the front frame post crumple zone. So like the way that most front frames work is they're like a tubular frame, and then they have this thing called a crumple zone, which is like mandated by the Department of Transportation, so that if you get into an accident, it crumples.
Failure by
before-
design.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It crumples in order to prevent it from like twisting your frame. Essentially, like you can,
Yeah.
like
Totaling the car.
yeah, totaling the car. So we had to cut it off at like post crumple zone to put these things on. So this guy wanted to buy this truck to take it back to stock, and had me include the original fenders and all this other stuff. I threw it in the back and like got out of there as fast as I fucking could, because I'm like, there's no taking this thing back to stock. You're screwed, bud.
That thing, is made for like the zombie will roll right under
Oh,
the
yeah.
skid plate. Just kind of
Yeah,
just kind of go right.
we were
on
talking
it.
It's
about
like something
some-
you would ramp over a sand dune. Like that's
Right.
We were talking about when you got
Exactly.
yours. Like some people like to jack them up, some people like to slam them down
Yeah.
low. I always went like, give me some travel, like clearance on the front end, pre-runner style. Even though I took it into like some snowbanks and some stuff around, like by us on some off-road Jeep level off-road trails, which are not anything to write home to mom about. But I like that style. I like the Baja style, like pre-runner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trucks.
absolutely.
A lot of
That's
travel,
cool. We'll have
not
to see
not
what
not jacked up,
Cody
but-
does with his.
Yeah.
So
I customized the Jeep so much. I think I've gotten it out of my system. Like I don't want. I literally I went to him like the salesman. I'm like, listen, this is what I want. I'm not pulling some 15,000-pound boat
Right.
trailer,
Boat,
anything like
yeah.
that. I don't give a shit about V8. Like I don't need it to
Mm-hmm.
be some big gnarly thing. I want it to be durable, and I want the quality of life features. I want
Yeah.
the nice tech. I want the comfortable. I want some elbow room for the
You're gonna have to-
front and back seats. Like
Pull up some pictures from because you got it all decked out. You got the big old tablet screen and everything like that. And
that's standard now.
is it standard?
Yeah,
Jeez,
that's pretty sweet. Yeah.
that's nice.
yeah, it was.
Pretty sweet.
I was
have the
excited
smaller,
about
I have
it.
the half size one, which I really like, because then there's less stuff to break. But yeah.
I didn't get
Yeah,
anything
there's
on
that.
That
mine
is.
because I knew I was gonna chop the shit out of it. So I was like,
Right.
well, I'm not gonna pay
Yeah.
for a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna.
Right.
I did decide. So it's funny because especially with big purchases like that. Like I'm a researcher. Like I don't like not knowing what to expect. So like I read up on everything. I watch a million YouTube videos and all that thing.
Yeah.
So prior to walking into that shop, like I searched all the like what to negotiate, what to say, what not to say, things to look out for, like all those
Dude,
things,
yeah.
right? So
Car
but
deals are
it
fucking
is funny.
crazy.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been through.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
they're bad.
like we were talking about, I've done like we go through cars like essentially like they're iPhones in my house. Like I've done like 8 to 10 car deals in the last 10 years. It's unreal. Just and they all go the same fucking way. And you know like they back you in from a payment that you want. You know like I'm like let's think. The thing to try to do, which never works, is try to let's negotiate on the price of the car. They never want to do that.
It's out the
you
door
know?
price.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if it, it's simple mathematics. If you knock money off of the car or you increase money on my trade-in, that brings me to where I want to be. But what
Right.
they try to they try to misdirect you by saying, "What do you want your payment to be?" Okay, well
Right.
then I'll give you a 7.5-year loan which
Right.
knocks a couple percentage points down. But meanwhile, you're financing a car for a decade,
Right.
just to get to a payment. It's like, no, like let's talk about the
Right.
price of the car. Everything else will fall into place if you can focus on negotiating the price of the car or
Smart.
increasing the price of your trade-in. They never want to do that because they know then you're a smart person. You know what you're talking
Right.
about.
Yeah.
And then you get to the price that you do want to pay per month, and then you
And
go
then they
back
slap
and
on all the fees.
They try and
Yeah.
slap you with the warranties.
Warranties,
Right,
yeah.
extended
Yeah.
warranties.
You always
Right.
have
Where-
to
where
the
they
factor
docking
that
fees,
the
the
gap
gaps,
insurance, which are
Right.
all like there's a lot of that stuff is worthwhile if you look into it, especially gap insurance. I can't stress that one enough. Is always worth it. It's just you have to factor that in before you get into
To the
it. So
price.
it's like, yeah,
Right.
The warranties aren't though. Those extra
No.
warranties, those dealers peddle, are
Yeah.
not worth their
No.
because there's so
But a
many
lot-
different little red tape things, and you end up paying out the nose for them.
absolutely. A lot of times though, you can, if you get they'll incentivize you to get some of those warranties. There was a couple deals that I've done too where it was like if I tacked on a warranty, they were giving me a better rate through financing, which nullified it out. Like,
Yeah.
so there's some times where those can be beneficial to you, but more
we
often than
just-
not, the warranties are garbage.
We just got my wife's.
But gap
we just
insurance
got
is not.
the Honda Odyssey that we just bought was new, and we walked out of there without getting a single warranty from the dealer, and they were pissed. Like
I didn't get any either.
they.
Well, if you're gonna
they
fix all your own
turned on
shit,
a
if you're gonna
dime.
spend a weekend
Yeah.
dropping the wheel, dropping the
exhaust
fender,
manifolds.
drop to get to the exhaust manifold, you don't need a warranty.
Right.
I
But the
don't
rest
know
of
if
us
I'll touch
who
that thing, man. That thing's
value
all
our
computer.
time,
Yeah.
I didn't get the extended warranty. Mine still came with 100,000
Came with
for
the-
7 years.
Yeah,
so.
I got the regular Ram powertrain and all that kind of stuff, which is
Yeah.
now exhausted, but no pun intended. But well, all right. Well, so we're at 37. We got memes to get to, and I got one simple tin hat take. So,
Play it?
And let's play it. I'm just gonna say it, and then we can move on.
Free your mind. See beyond what they want you to see. Beer League Society presents Tin Hat Takes.
You can't tickle the truck nuts like that and just say we're gonna leave it. So
No, we're gonna say it, and then we're just gonna drop mic, and we'll just
How?
move on.
how is that gonna? Okay, I'll give
saying,
you the
that's what we're
opportunity,
gonna
but it's gonna be very difficult.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yes, Cody, you need a nutsack.
I already posted that one.
Yeah, I always thought that was
For a
ridiculous.
second time.
But anyway, okay, that's not my tin hat take. Tin
Okay.
hat take. I don't know if you guys saw. Barack Obama goes on a podcast and says there's aliens. I'm just saying.
I did see that.
But he walked it back. He walked it back.
Kind
he
of.
didn't walk it back.
Kind of.
So
He said he never met
that
them.
there are aliens. He said they are not
Well,
at
of course.
Area 51.
No.
Right.
He also walked it back by saying that he was never shown evidence in his presidency of there being any. So I think that the thing, like you
He
said, we're
let
going to
the
drop
cat
this
out of
in
the bag.
No, he did not, because I think he is a believer. That I'll give him. There's lots of believers out there, but what he did do was confirm what I thought was the case, that just because he's the president doesn't mean that he gets briefed on every little thing
On everything.
possible, on everything. Yeah. So he went on the podcast as saying that he thought that there were aliens or whatever. Then he walked it back by saying that my belief is that the universe is too big for there not to be aliens, but I was never
That's the only
briefed.
logic that makes sense to me. It's like,
Agree. But
the
he
cat's
was
out of the
but he
bag.
said he said verbatim that during his presidency he was never briefed on anything that proved the aliens existed.
so be careful with. I'm just going to put one thing out. The exact phrasing is important.
It
Of
is.
course.
He was never briefed during his,
His
presidency on proof. That does not mean
But that-
he was not
No.
brought privy to information during Bush or anything like that.
Of
that
course,
there is existence. It's just
but
during
we were,
his
like-
presidency.
Yeah. No, I understand. I get you on that one, but I
think
also
we're all-
think that
we're all missing the story here. We're all missing the story.
no,
There are aliens.
Let me let me
Go
let me say
ahead,
that
Andy,
I
but we're
think
missing the
well
bigger
no
story
like
here.
the thing I think the point is that there's a certain group of content that is deemed sensitive to the general public that we all assume you become privy to the moment you become president or shortly after. During your presidency you become privy to a ton of secrets is the assumption.
According to
And I think-
National Treasure 2, that's the case. It's
Right,
all in
yeah.
that little book
In
that
the
they
little-
passed
yeah,
from
book,
president
yeah.
to president.
From president to president, yeah. That I think to me that's the more telling thing of the story is that there can be an entire presidency that goes by where somebody is not briefed about something that either is true or less fun is B not true and the rest of the public thinks it is. So like either way I feel let down because it's like either aliens existed and there is a way for them to not brief the president of the United States about this sort of thing, or B, they don't exist because he was briefed on everything, all the secrets, and those secrets don't include, like definitively include alien.
He said it, and he walked it back, and the bigger story is that it was all over the news, and there was a giant collective shrug. That's the news. Is that there is a collective societal shrug at the fact that he said that there was.
There has been, but there has been.
But the
There's been
government's
plenty of
released a
points.
bunch of footage and stuff like
but
that.
that's
It's nothing new.
Right.
It's nothing new.
But-
if he would have been able to get through that without having to walk it back, that would have been news. But
that's
because he has the
point
plausible deniability of having walked it back, means it's no better or worse than any other person who's claimed to have had knowledge of it.
But that's not my point. Is that the reasons we've been given to say that why we haven't been told that the aliens exist is because that society can't handle the fact that there's other intelligence out there that's beyond our own, right? And now they're just freewheeling this stuff out, and there's just a giant collective shrug from the public at large.
Because we don't have disclosure yet.
I mean,
I feel like that's the next that's got to be the next step.
You've got Spielberg releasing this movie, Disclosure Day.
Okay.
You've got
maybe it's coming, but until we have disclosure, I think that's the next step right now. We've seen enough bullshit.
Right, but you basically just did, and he walked it back. But he said that there was, and then he said, "Oh, that."
We're gonna shrug it again because if until they get to the point where they raise the bar one up from what we've already had, we've got the Tic Tac videos, we've got plenty of whistleblowers.
Full disclosure here on the Beer League Society podcast, I'm not saying that there is or there isn't. I don't have a dog in the fight. I love the mental gymnastics of the whole thing because I love conspiracies, and I think there are lots of mental fun to talk about. But I do think that is an interesting point. Is that I think people are ready for a disclosure if there is going to be one.
It was definitely a noteworthy point, I feel like, but he had the opportunity to steal the show from the president, who he seemingly does not have a very fond opinion of. He could have kind of stole the show there a little bit, I feel like, and
I
maybe
think he was, though. That's what I think he was. I mean,
but the fact that he had to walk it back now, at least we have to consider the fact that what he said. We have to consider the fact that there's a non-zero chance that what he was saying was actually accurate, which puts us, in my opinion, right back to where we were before he said that thing. And until somebody can say something from a level that approaches his level and stick to it and not walk it back, we're no further along than we were at any other point. Because to me right now, we're at the point where disclosure needs to happen, or we're all stuck in the same spot.
This is a whole non-football podcast.
No, it's not football season. This is what this podcast
we
is
can go,
for.
Yeah.
There are 1 septillion planets in the observable universe, and if your stance is that we're the only living things out there, that's a bold stance to take. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
It's also equally harder to wrap your mind around the
podcast.
fact that that's the case, that you aren't. Like it's a mind fuck either way you look at it. Mathematically, I 1,000% agree with you, Cody. It's like, if we are the only unique one of the planets that could sustain life of this degree, that's wild. But also it's equally as wild to me that there are people like us, or somewhat derivative, or even approaching intelligent life out there in vast amounts of space beyond like where we're capable of even observing is wild to me as well too. So
I said I was going to say
both
this,
are
we were
equally
mic drop
wild.
it, and we're going to move
I told
on.
you can't
Now
do that. I told you that was not going to happen.
I don't know. Steve
the last
Buscemi
5 minutes.
is enough for me to know that there are aliens among us.
He is very
Nicely
alien.
played. All right, memes.
Oh, we on to the memes. All right, we can get
This
on
was
to the
good,
memes.
by the way. I really enjoyed it. Good job, Few.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right, we'll do some memes and then we'll chat some more. So here come the memes.
I purposely didn't.
It's time for some news.
I shouted it
Is
out.
there an alien one in there?
Is there what?
What?
Is there an alien one in there?
No, there's no alien memes.
No.
I hope
we do
I
need
hope
to
these
shout
hit.
out the Seneca quote though.
I've
by
been
comment.
doing. You got to pay attention. I've been highlighting these ones.
Then give him a shout out or something. I don't know. That's a good comment.
Yeah.
That's a good.
It was,
good thing to say. I'm saying.
The in Independence Day, which movies,
Great
Bill
movie.
Paxton wasn't briefed on the aliens until they had to retreat from Area 51. So yeah.
That's true. That's true.
All right,
There's that.
on to
Fair
the memes, which
Fair point.
All right.
I hope you guys like because I laugh my balls off at a lot of these memes. Just so you know,
That means they're not
We'll
going to
start-
be funny.
we'll start out slow.
I would have laughed, but now you've built them up so high. No.
Right.
Right.
The Titans formed the baldest coaching staff of all time.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Look, I mean,
that's
There's not a hair amongst them.
This guy's got a little bit down here.
Oh, a little bit.
I mean, it's way back there though. That's past retreating. Like that's
It's retreating. It's not waved the white flag yet, but it's retreating.
No,
the
it's
Tennessee cue ball.
past receding, past
Yeah.
retreating. It's way back there.
I like this one. You got to read the bottom one first. So breaking news: Wendy's is set to close 100 restaurants in 2026. The interim CEO Ken Cook calls this a rebuilding year. To which Tony Vegas of the Jets posted, "Watch, Wendy's will find a way to rebuild faster than the Jets."
Oh,
That's a brutal take. Oh my
Damn.
gosh.
that's
Oh, man.
pain. That's
That's
pain.
hateful.
In that
That's you
comment.
can see the pain in his eyes.
Oh yeah,
That's horrible.
you can see it right now. Yeah, look at that. That's just.
Look at the pain
That's
in
just
his
pain.
eyes. That's man.
Oh,
that's
so we got
my
the
gosh.
Cardinals. Here we go, hiring
That's just not
Mike
fair.
LaFleur. Like you know what this is, right? This is the Cristiano. I can't even say it.
Ronaldo.
The Ronaldo bust in the soccer Hall of Fame, the absolute terrible bust, but he looks exactly like it.
That's
Exactly
so
like it.
Crazy.
Also,
Yeah,
I
that's a
didn't.
good one.
Obviously, Matt LaFleur got most of the looks out of that family, which is
Right.
Yeah, apparently.
apparently
Wow.
right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, so like this
It's
is
a thing.
this is a stream of videos from here on out, basically that boils down to us getting old. This is some crazy sport that some Germans, you're gonna hear the Germans in the background announcing this, that they came up with.
I'm
But
already
basically,
excited for the commentating.
Yeah.
basically to me, this is like how I feel like if I were to try to play football on regular turf, this is how it would look like. This is American ice football in Germany.
So, wieder der Ball beim Quarterback. Das ist der lange Pass nach außen. Und der ist gefangen. Und der ist gefangen. Und jetzt geht's in Richtung Endzone. Das sieht gut aus. Erik Stehfest. Touchdown. Touchdown für die Aussies.
Dude, I would watch the shit out of that.
I would totally, but
Oh
look
my
at
gosh,
like
that's
they're basically walking around like how I feel like I would be if I was trying to play real
Und da ist
football
der
right
Catch.
now.
Und das ist die Chance zur Antwort. Das ist die Chance zur Antwort für die Wessis.
And there's
Und
a sizable
die
crowd.
Reaktion Ausgleich 6-6.
There's
Just
a
the
sizable
gin-
crowd.
That's like legit.
Oh, da ist schon
The
heftig
gingerly stepping
Oh,
though
no.
that they're doing right now.
gedrückt
Oh,
und
no.
geschoben worden. Und
Yeah, watch
Scharnbacher
this. This
kommt
is
nicht
hilarious.
auf die Füße. So, ein
This
Pass
sport
nach
would be
vorne. Weiter
little
geht's.
dump off.
Er bleibt auf den Beinen. Scharnbacher, der Quarterback, bleibt auf den
Oh, this is
Beinen.
the beast mode.
Da hier nicht
Right?
Quarterback
Beast mode.
fungiert. Ist das meiner
Damn.
Meinung nach korrekt? Eigentlich in der
I don't know,
Rolle
it
als
just-
Quarterback.
With the
Stupid.
spin. Dude, that's first of all, why are they not in ice skates? Like that would
Right?
that sport could be electric on ice skates.
Yeah.
Could be. You're not wrong about that. Instead, they look like me trying to do a 40-yard dash. All right. So
Right.
again, here's
on
another
the
one.
way out. On the way out to turn on the heat in the truck in the morning before
Right,
you,
yeah.
before you have to get into it. Yeah.
Here's another getting old one. 5 minutes into my first cardio session of 2026. I make those sounds every time I try to run. I'm not kidding, fam.
That's what I sound like watching the or whatever the biathletes, whatever it is. Biathlon. These people trying to shoot.
What is he doing? He's like going. Brrr.
He's just trying to just
Give homie some water. Good Lord.
that poor fucking camel. All right, this is great.
Man.
When you're 40 years old and you try throwing a football for the first time and your fitness sucks ass.
I don't even know where you found that one.
Good Lord.
One more time. Oh, that one got me.
Strange. So strange.
Shit.
All right, one more.
I
Play.
did, like, have you guys seen that video of the ice skating? Like they're like maybe like 13, 14, and they're on the like ice skating like spin trainer where it's like teaching them how to like do like stay tight when they're doing spins on ice skating. So it's literally these two girls and they're flying on this like thing. Immediately hops off and then does like a little run, and then like pulls off like a quadruple spin in the air. It's like, meanwhile, and it's like me bends over to pick up my shoes, stands up and blacks out. Falls.
I got a meme for you then. Here's trying to play basketball in your 30s here.
I'm a 37-year-old man playing basketball for the first time since I blew my groin stepping out of the shower with wet feet. Summer might be winding down, but I feel like I'm just getting started. Knees are barely clicking, and the jumper's silky. Let's see if the kid can still dunk. Nope, came down real fucking weird there. Oh, that's fucking brutal. Just wrecked my fucking knee. Holy shit, that was fucking stupid. Let's see if I can't get up one more little jumper here. Nah, it's fucking cooked. Whole body's kind of shutting down here. Why the fuck did I go outside?
Relatable as hell, man. Good Lord.
What's that one?
Oh, that's I clicked too soon. It was just that's our musical outro. It's
There
less
you go.
funny, but oh my god, I lost it. That just let's try to get one more
That's
jumper.
about it.
Nope, it's fucking cooked. Whole body shutting down. He's puking in the garbage can.
Have you seen the video of Tom Segura trying to go up for a dunk?
No.
Have you seen that video? He goes up for a dunk, snaps his leg in half.
Oh.
The comedian goes to like see if he can dunk, doesn't get off like completely off the snaps.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like you gotta look it up. It's crazy.
That's brutal.
Oh
Yeah. Maybe for the next one, but
or
right,
snapped his
closing it up.
arm. That's what it was. Anyway.
Oh, it was an
His
arm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, closing it out with a musical outro. This is basically why we never stand a chance against the Nordics in anything related to skiing. But this was from, I think, the Nordic skiing team. So just enjoy the musical outro.
Hell yeah.
This is gonna be a new sport.
That's it.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dope though.
Those are the
That's
memes
like
of the week.
synchronized
fellas.
swimming in summer Olympics, and now we're gonna have synchronized skiing.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Oh,
That's gonna be a thing.
man.
That was sweet.
A good one, boys.
I like a good musical outro. That's
No, that's a
Long-
good one to end on for sure.
Not better than
Dire Straits.
than
You can't have the Dire Straits, but
It's not better than the moody kick, but
No, I mean,
it's-
let's not compare all of them to the Moody. You know, like that's.
No. That's. I think that was probably one of the ones that started the whole idea or the concept of a musical outro. But
We got to bring that one back just for old time's sake.
well, we can't, man, because YouTube gets pissed every time I do it. I've tried doing it in the video. Like at least when we do it live, they don't complain. They're just like, well, you got some stuff. But like the shorts, like I tried to do when we recapped it for the 1 year anniversary. I tried to put it back in for the for that short, and they were like, nope,
For the review.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Brutal.
Damn.
YouTube is not fun.
Sad.
But well, boys, yeah, we are about at time. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. I still got a little bit more left in the beer, but I finished the whiskey. But I don't know about you guys. Had a blast. Thanks to everybody who
Good times
engaged
were
us in the
had.
chat. Good times were had by all, for sure. We'll most likely be back next week with some more questionable content. Maybe some more
Maybe
good
a little,
content? I
little
don't know.
debate or two.
debates. We got some stuff on the docket that we can.
Trying to line up
We
a
can-
special guest for Heart Month, so
Nice,
we'll see
yeah.
how that goes. We'll see how that goes.
That's still
You
going
wanna
on, right?
Throw a little,
You wanna throw-
little word out, Jason.
Yeah, shout out time.
Well, about we'll see on the special guest, but it is Heart Month.
Well, of course, yeah.
So, and what I mean by so it's of course February seems to be a month for everything, but since it does include Valentine's Day, it is
Makes
Heart
sense.
Month and more specifically, it's Heart Month for everything, but more specifically for our family, it's Congenital Heart Defect Awareness Month. So 1 in 100 kids are born with a congenital heart defect, which is pretty staggering. And the stat that really blows my mind all the time is that that congenital heart defects amount to more than all childhood cancers combined. So pretty crazy, and it's
so
grossly
crazy.
underfunded. So yeah, and I'm sure probably every one of us out there probably knows somebody who has some type of congenital heart defect, whether it be an electrophysical problem, a murmur, or something like that. My daughter was born with half of her heart missing, which we could talk more about that later. But yeah, it's great for awareness. If you're a kid in high school, go get an EKG. Make sure that you don't have any electrophysical problems going on. You hear about kids dropping all the time playing their sports. That's because they probably had an undiagnosed CHD in their life. It's American Heart Month. We'll try and bring some more content. Maybe I'll bring a couple like little fact slides and whatnot to share. But yeah, that's where I'm wearing the Heart Dad T-shirt today. So
Cheers to that.
There you go. Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
lots of
cheers.
NFL athletes that actually have children with congenital heart disease. Charles Peanut Tillman, his daughter had a heart transplant. Greg Olson's son was a hypoplast heart, was missing the left side of his heart. So there's a lot of players out there that have heart kids.
Hockey, you got,
largely good. Yeah, hockey as well. Yeah.
Nick Foligno's
Nick Foligno's
daughter.
kids. So yeah, there's a lot out there. It doesn't get widely talked about, but it is quite common. So there's that. So and thank you Jim for reminding me about the professional athletes. So,
Papa Yuzu throwing the
There you
hands.
Yeah.
go.
It didn't come through
betcha.
on the emoji, but we know the sentiment for sure.
that's
There you
right.
go. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
Also,
guys.
big shout out to everyone that was in the chat today. So Jim, Lean Green, Becky, Seneca, Papa Yuzu. Appreciate
Thanks for sticking
everyone
around.
swinging. Hanging out. And if you're not already, make sure you hit that follow, subscribe, all that stuff, all the things you know what to do. And
All right.
we'll see you next week.
See you
Catch you guys
week.
next week. Cheers, everybody.
That's all.
Cheers.
Take
Cheers.
care.